Is there anything you'd like to see in the offlane to go with this lineup that V have?
I would say Beastmaster.
Hmm.
He's one of the most hotly contested heroes at the moment as well. And he synergizes so incredibly well with Invoker. Because they have their power peaks, or their first power peak at least, at the exact same moment. And then if you add a hero, like a carry hero that can hit buildings, on top of that, you have one of the most insane timings in this current patch. With that Beastmaster with the Helm of the Overlord creep. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
And Alacrity. It is insane. There are very few lineups that can do anything against it.
So what's you're saying about a tower hitting hero? Is there anything specific that goes that fits in with the lineup? Is there any heroes that you think that V should specifically target to pick up?
I would say Terrorblade is one of the best options.
Hmm.
A Luna is always an option as well. I think those are the two strongest contenders. But if you want, you could also go for something like a carry Kunkka, just for a bit more fighting, and then mostly rely on the Beastmaster creeps to hit the tower.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Gambit. Looking for the. Is this It's got to be an off lane Razor, right? Or is this? Do you think it could be a safe lane Razor?
Radiant team ban.
Could be a safe lane Razor. I think off lane is more likely due to the fact that it's going to be playing against the Beastmaster.
Yeah.
Razor is decent against Beast, but it's not ideal because you have the Boya slows, and with either a Dark Willow or a Bane, it's going to be really hard for Razor to be aggressive. Of course, Ench does really help against Beast because you can constantly steal the boys and turn the slow around on him instead.
Okay. Well, I mean Gambit here. If it is going to be the off lane Razor, again, okay. So who has? So Gambit have the final pick. So if you're looking at a Terrorblade pickup, maybe further V, do you think that Gambit come back with something like the Phantom Assassin's gone, but do you think that Gambit look for something like the Drow Ranger?
Mm, I would be surprised. Drow Ranger really doesn't enjoy being ran at, and while V Gaming doesn't have a lot of jump, it's still gonna feel quite bad for a Drow Ranger at 20 minutes to have to fight. And then you have a Razor Queen of Pain Drow Ranger course, and all of those are made of paper.
That's fine. You've got a Spirit Breaker. You've got the heals on the Enchantress. You can literally never die.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, true, actually. Let's just pick up the Drow. You convinced me.
That's what I'm here for. But no, seriously, is there anything that you think? Well, we'll see what V pick up. But is there anything that Gambit should be looking towards to pick up here?
They need something that can fight at the 20-minute mark, so something like a Luna would work well for them too.
Yeah.
Just buy a BKB and hope you don't get completely removed. But no Luna for them. And this kind of baits. Oh, never mind. Terrorblade is banned, so they can't even pick up the TB to counter the Luna. Oh, this is just a miserable position for Gambit. Which hero can they pick up that has both a good matchup against Luna and can fight at 20 minutes?
Chaos Knight.
5 seconds remaining.
Chaos Knight is a pretty decent option.
I genuinely have no idea. That's what you're here for. I'm supposed to be asking you these questions.
Right. I'm kind of asking myself as well. Because this doesn't look like a lot of fun for Gambit. I mean, they could pick up the carry Kunkka as well. That can fight at 20 minutes, has a good matchup against Beastmaster, and provides enough control against the Luna to make sure that Razor can do well.
Yeah.
So I think Kunkka would be my go-to pick.
Okay.
Let's see what else is there. Ursa is still in the pool, but gets kited quite hard, so doesn't look to be great. Yeah, I would just go with Kunkka. Everything else looks horrible. Lifestealer is gonna get kited to hell and back, even though it's a good matchup against Luna. Jug is just a bad hero, and they go for Kunkka.
Now select your
See?
heroes.
I am a good analyst.
No, nobody was arguing you weren't. You know, that's fine. I think you've got a direct line. I think you were sat messaging them like, make me look good, pick up the Kunkka, you know, pick up the Luna, pick up the Beastmaster, and
I asked Antocha, by the way, about his double raindrop, but I didn't get a response yet.
shame. I mean, I think he's got something a little bit more important at the minute to be focused on. But
What do you mean?
yeah, answering our questions, that's exactly what he's here for.
Mhm.
So looking at both of these lineups now, V, is this a better draft than the last game, or do you think there's a lot more potential in this for
Yes.
V?
I will always, always, always bet on Invoker plus Beastmaster. It's so broken.
So you're not even going to give the Kunkka, the Queen of Pain, the Razor a second thought? You know, there's
Nope.
no... So Gambit have zero chance? Literally
Zero
zero
chance.
chance. Okay. You heard
Literally
him, chat.
zero chance.
Okay. I'm thinking, I mean, Gambits have the momentum coming into this second game. You know, they might have the belief. They might find V at a low point. So, I'm not saying it's completely hopeless for the side of Gambit. You know, I'm not that cynical. I'm not that cynical.
I mean, honestly, their draft doesn't look too bad. They have a good answer for the Beastmaster, at least in lane, with Kunkka plus Ench, which
Yeah.
should beat Beastmaster +1 handily.
Prepare for battle.
And of course, they have the Razor Spirit Breaker offlane, which should do really well against the Luna as well. And then you have the mid lane of Quop against Invoker, which should also do well. So all of their lanes should do well, which means that they should do well. But I've seen so many games where an Invoker Beastmaster lineup is like 3k behind at 15 minutes. And then they get their items and they get their levels, and all of a sudden, even when the gold is pretty much even, suddenly you have like an ancient creep at your high ground and there is nothing you can do anymore. It's just that timing that is so scary, and it's going to be very interesting to see how Gambit is going to approach dealing with it. So I'm actually quite excited for this game, even if I do favor the Beastmaster lineup slightly.
Okay. Well, it looks like they're not going to go for the rotation here for the runes in the first minute. Gambit, you know, maybe learning the lesson from that last game. Though they did end up winning it, so maybe it's not completely. I mean, there's 3 heroes grouped up, but I guess this is just to make sure if there's any invasions coming through from the side of V, there's protection from I say any invasions, and yeah, anti-arrow stacking up blades behind them as well. How does I mean, you were talking about the Spirit Break as well as the Razor lane. Does this Spirit Break here just want to take charge at level 1 to keep an extra little bit of lockdown if the Razor wants to go for the static link, just to take that extra little bit of damage away from the Luna?
Nah, I don't think so. You don't really want to use level 1 charge. It's kind of a bad ability. It's 100 mana for just 1.2 seconds of stun. If you get 1 bash, it's already better.
Yeah. And TA opting for the Lucent Beam and not the Lunar Blessing here as well. So I guess just a little bit of protection coming up for TA2K.
And trying to secure some range creeps.
Okay.
Radiant's courier
Well,
has
yeah,
been killed.
like you say, just going straight for the creep farm with it. Sayu looking to zone him out. There's going to be the backstab coming through from Antaha. Sayu, it's actually going to be the plasma field coming out Afterlife at level 1. So Antaha takes a lot of damage. He uses the brain sap, but the bash is there from the Spirit Breaker. At least one will connect. As TA2K, he's again just going to hang back, look for the farm. And how's the range? The 330 up against Afterlife's 475. So there is harass potential coming out from the Razor here as well. Plasma Field comes out, and Sayu, he's going to be taking a little bit from the Brain Sap now as well, but again, he's a big tanky boy. 820 health, he's got himself, well, it looks like he started with 6 tangos there as well. The damage shield comes out, TA2K only loses 19, but that 19 at level 2, that's a big, it is a big gap, bringing you down to 50 damage. And Afterlife being able to sit there and just right click, go get those denies out there as well. And mid lane is already into the Quas Wax, so we're not going to be seeing the exhorts coming out. Melodule as well, he's going to be going for the 2 points into the screen. Is that just because you don't really get the chance to get the Shadow Strikes off onto Haze, or is it just because of the passive regen on the quest? You know, what's the idea behind the build for here for Melodule?
Yeah, you know that you're not going to be able to push Haze out of lane unless you fully commit into the dagger. But
Yeah.
you don't want to fully commit into the dagger because then you can't farm the small camp, your ganking potential is kind of hindered. So you might as well just not pick it up or pick a single point up at level 4 and just focus on getting the scream so you can farm faster and secure more creeps.
Okay, Arrow's going to be taking a lot of harass. He's already used the Shadow Realm. In fact, that could be first blood. It will be first blood as Pantomime picks it up. But Pantomime might pay with his life. Laze has those axes available. Will fly out and Laze connects. Gets himself the revenge kill. So, we're seeing this axe build for the Beastmaster. I take it this is just down to the Enchantress being in this lane. Just being able to enchant the balls away, turn it on, back onto the Beastmaster.
Yep. Exactly. You don't want to pick up early points in boar because they're just gonna get stolen, and it's way more efficient for the Eng to steal your creeps than it is for you to summon them.
Okay, and how does if it's going to be the axe build, how does the Enchantress want to build up here? Is it just going to be the casual point into the impetus, and then into the heals, or do you think it's going to be maxing that impetus strike out here on this lane?
Could be either one. I don't think she's gonna put too many early points into heal, so I think it's just gonna be the classic enchant max with some points into impetus as well, and then at like level 7 or something she's gonna transition into the attendance. But on Eng you can pretty much go for any kind of build.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
The only one I haven't seen is no points in enchant and impetus plus attendance. Any other combination I have seen.
Charge comes out onto Antaha, but the Nightmare will be there. Yeah, the Queen of Pain's not even interested in trying to connect with this fight. Tornado comes through. Queen of Pain, EMP, but the blink away. So Melodule going to be able to save most of that mana. Has the Water Rune as well, if he needs to get himself back. In fact, the Enchantress moved down. What got cheeky and took away the other Water Rune from Haze in this mid lane. So Pantomime just a little bit of everything at the minute. Lane support, stealing runes, you know, even trying to look for the D wards here on this Enchantress. And Smiling Knight, how is he doing in terms of last hit? It's 22, so it's not that bad. A little bit better than the Luna. In fact, the Luna's going to get engaged on just from the charge from Sayu. Sayu's out of mana, and Antaha was available for protection if things went a little bit too far. But yeah, TA2K again. I mean, it's looking a little bit better than the last game. The charge comes out. Are they going to be able to take down Antaha? Antaha, it's going to be the bash. Was that Platinum Shields for this slow? The Fairy Fire will be used. Antaha tries to get himself away from this. The right click, the Nightmare's going to be there, but Sayu can just do the extra damage with the bash. If he can just get that bash off, he's going to try and deny himself to the neutrals. But Sayu does still pick up the kill. Mew up on the top lane. Torrent comes out and lays. Has he been enchanted? Nope, because it was a Wild Wing Ripper that got picked up.
Such an annoying creep to deal with. Gives bonus armor, and then eventually, once it gets... Yep.
Just does this. And once again, how do you fight wind? As the Tornado comes in with 500 health, but no way to right-click it down. I have right-clicks, and I must fight as Laze. X marks the spot, comes out into another Torrent, and Laze is just going to be caught in the Tornado. Is he going to be able to get himself away? One more impetus, he's going to be coming through. He uses the Fairy Fire. Yeah, Smiling Knight couldn't get in range, couldn't get the angle for the Tidebringer cleave. And... Laze is just being forced back. It's going to be the Helm of the Iron Will up, at least. So he's going to have a decent amount of armor, a decent amount of survivability, but he just looks like he's being forced out of the lane. Speaking about being forced, the Nightmare comes out onto Afterlife. That will fade off now as well. Plasma Field coming up in 1 second. So Lucent Beam connects over onto Sayu, but I think he'll be able to get back underneath this tier 1 tower as the bash onto Antaha. But it looks like Afterlife isn't really too fussed about another support. Just wants to get back into the lane, looking for the farm, looking for the denies. And it's only 1 to 2 in terms of kills, but it just feels like you say, that in every lane, it seems like Gambit are having such a good time.
And that is definitely the way to beat pushing lineups. If you can make sure that you get ahead to a point where they can't really safely push your towers anymore without having to fight, and then of course losing the fight because they're behind. That's how you can stop scary timings.
Yeah, and Kunk is actually going to be going straight for... Maybe not straight for it, depends on what what he wants to build first, but it looks like it's going to be the phase boots into the armlet, or vice versa. And like you say, he wants to be coming online, he wants to be fighting at that 20-minute mark when the Luna's still looking for a little bit of farm. Is that just the go time? What, potentially, is it just that you constantly put the pressure on the Beastmaster when that timing hits, or do you look for the push yourselves?
I think you try and take some fights, but it's not super important for Gambit to take advantage of that timing. Because I think that once this game goes later, they're still going to be completely fine.
Yeah.
Because Raider skills really well against the Luna. And Quop is going to slightly be a little bit stronger than Invoker. And then Kunkka is just a beast at all stages of the game.
Well, Sayu's wrapping around. He's not actually going to be going for a charge, just moving into the mid lane as Hayes finds himself the illusion room. So, 3 heroes, in fact 4 heroes rotated into the mid lane. No fight broke out, but just again playing it safe. It looks like Kunk is in the jungle, so Lays is going to get the space now. Helmet Dominator is up, so he's going to be able to move towards this tier 1 tower if he wants to. Maybe just looking for a creep to steal. And does Pantomime... He's got himself the Dark Troll Summer, actually. If they get the vision onto this, they might be able to make a move onto Lays. Lays does have that roar. The net's going to come through, but the Brambles onto Enchantress. Enchantress is he's going to be able to get himself away. Even the Hadouken being committed there, but Pantomime looks like he's going to be able to prance himself out of danger. Do you want to try and re-engage the charge onto Lays now as well? X marks the spot. Again, War is available. The boat's going to be coming in, trying to mess up this time, and it's not going to work now. Sayu comes through. Only level 4, so it's going to be 2 points into the bashes. No points into that Nether Strike just yet. Pantomime, the enchant comes out. It looks like... Was that? Yeah, it was just onto a creep. It wasn't onto either hero. Who looks like they'll both be able to get out safe. So, yeah, what's Pantomime's job at the minute? Is it to rotate and get these stacks off, or does he still want to be looking to put a little bit of damper on the Beastmaster's push in this lane?
I would say that Pantomime's job is done.
That's it.
He's made sure that the lane against the Beastmaster was bearable. This is why they picked him, and now he's just a rage creep.
Fair enough. And I'm interested to see what build he's going to be going for. It looks like it could be... Tornado's going to connect onto the Cold Snap now as well. Enchantress, no points into the heals. And Pantomime, well, he might actually go down. Yeah, the Shadow Realm, enough damage there from Arrow, but the charge onto Hayes. Does Melju want to go into this? He does have that Sonic Wave available as Hayes just backs himself away. Playing it safe. You know what, top lane? But yeah, back to Pantomime. I'm interested to see what build he's going to be going for. Because he has the Blightstone, so that could potentially be the Solar Crest. Or it could be, because he has the Fluffy Heart, the Orb of Corrosion. And we've seen something...
Yeah, that would be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just for a little bit of extra harass, I guess. But we have seen Enchantress support builds where you go for the Dragon Lance, Hurricane Pikes, and... Holy Lockets, and it's not the standard support build, really, is it?
Yeah, it really depends on the game. If you think...
They're going to be able to go. Another Cold Snap comes through. Meljul, is he going to be able to get that blink away? Because the Cold Snap, the charge should be cancelled off. Yeah, Sayu for the protection, and Meljul again gets himself out safe. I don't think Willow could get around. In fact, only level 4. There was no Bedlam to throw out there from Arrow.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a very specific game where you can go for that kind of build with the Dragonlance, where you think that they're not going to be able to burst you down. I don't think this is that kind of game, especially with the start that Pantomime has had, which, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not really good to a point where you can transition into a semi-core, which is essentially what that build is.
Yeah. Okay, well, towers are going to be traded. Lays starts the one-man several beast army, even with the catapult now as well. So he's going to be able to clear these waves off the axes if he needs to get through these creeps a little bit quicker as well. Even the Invoker's moving up. Oh no, actually Hayes is going to be TPing in as the Sonic Wave comes out. Antaha will go down.
Very nice kill.
So yeah, Hayes...
And it happens sometimes that you pick a Quop into such a timing-based lineup for V, and then you don't really get a good lane and you just feel completely useless.
Yeah.
But Meljul has had a wonderful start, really. Can't wish for much more.
Okay, how's Smiling Knight doing? He's got the armor, going to be face boots there as well, going to be going into that second item, BKB. He's on the hand of Midas, so the back lines, have they found out Lace? The charge is going to come through, so the roar has been used, but 2 seconds to a blink. They are going to be able to connect level 6 now, so the Nether Strike will be available. Terrorize with the net comes out. Where's the extra damage though? Sayu looks like he's going to be taken down low with that Curse Crown, with the extra damage from Haze, as well as Arrow, the Bedlam doing enough. And Lace still inside the Roche Pit. They're going to try and heal up the Fiend's Grip onto the Razor. Can he get himself away from this? It looks like Smiling Knight is going to try and come through. Arrow won't be taken down. I don't think the impetus actually connected there. Maybe an uphill miss. As Haze, well, Meljul gets the kill onto the backline, onto Laze, the blink though, being a pain. Was he going to go no Sonic Wave for the next minute? So it looks like Smiling Knight in the river, the backlines, Antar gets pretty darn low, but Smiling Knight, is he going to be able to get himself away from this? Should be fine. Meljul, meanwhile, gets the kill onto the Bane, and will be able to get out safe.
Very nice fight for Gambit, I think. They got a slight advantage in terms of XP and gold. But all things considered, I don't think it really favors anyone specifically too much. Just a nice brawl. Just a nice brawl. What we like to see.
Yeah, just a nice early game brawl.
Looks like it is going to be once again the Kaya and Sanj build for the Quop. Because in this game, it's the same story as in the last one. Orchid just doesn't really do that much.
Yeah.
You can silence the Beastmaster. Great.
I mean, never mind, the charge coming through from Sayu. Yeah, I suppose that Invoker, even with this had a minus, you know, eventually he gets the BKB, eventually he gets, or maybe Yulsept or something like that. Charge actually gets cancelled. Laze is alone, but maybe the Hawk was there, so Laze would have seen the charge
Haze
coming
and
through.
Arrow. They're smoked.
Back lines, yeah, we could see a sandwich coming through. Tornado into the EMP, going to connect onto 2, and it looks like Bedlam. Haze gets himself another kill. That's okay. So Haze is doing, I mean, he's picking up where he left off in that last game.
I'm really liking this Tornado into Cursed Crown play.
Razor does come in, Sonic Wave comes out, and Antaha will be killed off. No way to, nope, no charge through, no angle on that. Charge was already used.
Ooh, they find Haze.
X marks the spot into the boat. Do we have the lockdown now through now for the Nether Strike? So yeah, Meljul. Okay, Meljul 5-0-1-0. And the charge onto the bottom lane as well, TA2K. Just looking for the farm. We've not really spoke about him. Got that Mask of Madness, got that Dragon Lance up. Spirit Breaker, does he want to go all the way? Doesn't look like it. But yeah, TA2K, at least this time, he's not died. He's not got any kills, but you know, it's a marked improvement over the last game. He's being left alone to find the farm, and he's not doing too bad. He's third in net worth, so that's not awful for him compared to last game.
Yeah, he's gonna be accelerating now. It's normal that Gunga starts off farming a little bit faster, but eventually Luna is gonna catch up.
Okay, well. Phantom might have found Arrow, he's definitely found Laze, or has Laze found them? The Roar is available. And Ench just immediately pops that preemptive heal coming through from the Nature's Attendants. There is 4 heroes up here though, so maybe trying to look for a team fight, V, or trying to disrupt something. As Meljul is already away, going towards, is that the full Sanj and Kaya? It is Sanj coming out now for Meljul.
Very nice timings for him. Now going for a BKB as well. It's not the best BKB game, but you do kind of need to buy it. Against the Willow Invoker, if you don't, you're just gonna end up feeding.
Yeah. Okay. He's gonna be going for the BKB next. Okay, so he just wants to go, I guess, defensive, protective here. What's the, I mean, I know you said about 20 minutes, we're coming up to that mark, but it looks like Via the ones getting aggressive into this. Do Gambit wants, what's Smiling Knight going to go for? Once that BKB's up for Smiling Knight, do they just then try and turn this on its head?
I think so. Ideally, you want to take the fight to V-Gaming before they can set up in front of your high ground.
Yeah. Okay, well, Laze charge comes out. Nether Strike's going to be available once again. This Beastmaster Terrorize will be used. It's going to be onto all 3 heroes. The Roar now as well. The damage drain. Laze is he going to be able to get himself away from that? That's going to be Afterlife. He goes down. He gets killed off, goes down, X marks the spot, comes out into Arrow, but where's that damage to take down the Dark Willow? Dark Willow, Sonic Wave gets thrown out, and Arrow will die. Antaha wants to come back up, that Fiend's Grip is available, it's going to be the charge. Salve going to be used from Antaha, so Antaha's going to be losing that, but losing Beam now, TA2K. Sayu just gets himself back up onto the high ground, so it's not an overcommitment there, it's a 1-for-1 trade for Gambit and V. A little bit extra XP in terms of gold there as well for V.
That was such a sick terrorize by Arrow, saving the Beastmaster.
Yeah, it was, like you say, it was just perfectly placed, and Gambit maybe need to get the rulers out and start to work on that spacing a little bit. Because I don't think the Queen of Pain should really have been caught out there. Again, maybe just not expecting the terrorize, and you know they were just grouping up for the kill.
Goodbye.
Dire's middle tower is under
Hayes is moving in. EMP's going to be there onto Conker now. Are they going to be able to do anything? Because Anta's going to be enchanted. Slowed down. Cold Snap comes out onto Pantomime now as well. Enchantress, is the damage going to be the Tornado as well as the Shadow Realm? The Bedlam comes out, and Pantomime just surviving with these Nature's Attendants, but it's not going to be enough. As Arrow gets the kill, and yeah, it's 7-9. Gambit with the 9 kills, but it looks like V are just a little bit more comfortable in this match now.
Yeah, and the Helm of the Overlord is up as well. Luna is closing in on the BKB. Just 400 more gold, and that's gonna be a scary moment for Gambit. They do have a BKB on the Kunkka, of course. They're still gonna have to be very careful about the way they take fights. Because if you take one wrong fight, you instantly lose Rax.
I mean, would it not be Roche? Would that not be the easier target at the minute?
Probably. Like Roche's tier 2s and Roche are probably an easier target, but still, it doesn't sound as exciting as instantly losing Rax.
I'm sorry for bursting your bubble on that, but yeah, instantly losing Rax would be a bad thing. The charge comes out. I think we're going to get the lockdown Tornado onto the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker has that Nether Strike available, but the Cold Snap coming out now as well. Sayu just went a little bit too far.
A little mischief never killed anyone.
You see the Rax disappearing already?
I can see it melting before my eyes.
bottom tower is under attack.
So TA2K might want to try and step up onto the cliff. Do they have the vision here onto the high ground? Well, they see Pantomime as well as Meljul, but not much else. Smiling Knight just waiting on the wings. As TA2K just starts to walk himself away. Yeah, did go for that BKB, so split out. The Dragon Lance going to be going back for that. Tornado doesn't connect onto Afterlife, who's going to be going for a BKB of his own. So sensible on everybody on the side of, well, in this game here. BKBs everywhere.
Yeah. BKB is a pretty decent item.
Afterlife popping the Eye of the Storm just to help him get a little bit of extra farm out. Sorry, we've not really spoken about Sorry. I actually went for the drums before the Shadow Blade. It is going to be the Shadow Blade eventually into that Aghanim Scepter, which I think everybody was expecting. But the drums, it's just a, you know, a nice casual pickup. Here as he gets a charge out. That was the Roar being channeled, but the Nether Strike now as well. Meljul's going to be able to rotate in. Shadow Strike comes out. There's going to be the Sonic Wave, and Laze throws out that Roar just before he dies. Maybe the Scream of Death. Here's Tornado. What extra damage do they have? Because Meljul's going to be able to get that blink away. The back lines. Well, the Bedlam comes out. Pantomime's going to get caught out there. So Bambi not able to prance away from the danger that time.
Definitely worth it for a Gambit though. Killing the beast is a pretty big deal. It was so close as well. Just dying slightly after the roar came out.
Yeah, and would there have been talking about follow-up, Antaha, he's going to be followed up on. Would there have been enough follow-up though to take down the Queen of Pain with the attention looking like it was being pulled away from by the Enchantress?
Haze.
Is he going to be able to get himself away from this one? He's been revealed by the dust already. The Fade Grenade comes out as well from the Spirit Breaker, so they are going to be able to find that kill even before the X marks the spot procs. 2 heroes dead.
Tower is under attack.
Do Gambit even have a Roche lineup? You know, is there a quick Roche to come out here from... I suppose they do have the full Solar Crest.
They don't have the quickest lineup, but having an Ench really helps. Having that tankability.
Yeah.
It's starting to look quite good for Gambit. V Gaming haven't been able to really set up for their pushes. They just keep losing heroes before they can properly engage. Afterlife working towards a refresher now. Smiling Knight working towards a Silver Edge. The items are starting to get online for Gambit. It's feeling a little bit slow for V.
Yeah, so Afterlife building into this refreshes. Standard build here for the Razor. You know, it's that from this patch. Something you do see. Do you think that the Razor at any point goes for the Ag Scepter? I think it asks you this every time, and you know it depends on the game. But like in this game specifically, is this a good pickup for the Ag Scepter for the Razor, or is he going to be going for like an AC or Shivas, something like that?
Aghanims on Razor is pretty terrible. You only get it if you can get it from the Roche.
Yeah.
It just isn't worth the price. You can buy a Shivas or an AC or a Skadi for that price.
Do you
and
think
it all does way more than just your ulti being slightly stronger in certain situations.
So do you think it's just going to be they leave the building hit into Smile? And I suppose Queen of Pain can do it as well. Does have a decent amount of right-click damage. Speaking about Queen, Lays, are they going to try and set up onto this? No, he doesn't have the Blink Dagger. Or he doesn't have the Blink Dagger yet. Yeah. So if that was 20 seconds sooner, they maybe could have got a kill onto Malajul.
Mm-hmm. And they're really tempted to go into the Roche pit, but it's quite scary against it. Not quite triple BKB from Gambit yet, but it's getting close. It's at least a double BKB.
Yeah, no, it's Queen of Pain. It's about 500, 600 gold away from being able to pick that one up. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe it's about 1,000 gold.
Mm-hmm.
They are smoking around. Afterlife has shown, so maybe acting as a little bit of bait, but yeah, both teams not wanting to give away this Roshan. You are right that both teams would like to get inside this pit. Going to be losing an Ancient Black Dragon. Yeah, Meljul gets it with the blink. In fact, he's picked up the shard already. I really like the shard on the Queen of Pain. I think this is one of my... I probably say this about every shard though. It's just one of my favourite shards in the game that it just adds that extra utility over to the Queen of Pain.
I mean, shards are just fun in general.
True. Oh, V's coming from the smoke, but Meljul, once the smoke breaks, he's going to be safe because he's playing it again. A little more Sonic Wave onto 4 heroes. The charge through now as well. Hayes pops that BKB, but there's going to be another strike onto him. Hayes going to be locked down. The Eclipse comes through from the Luna, but I think this fight's already over from the side of V. They've lost 3. Is it going to be 4? The X marks spot TA2K. Do they have the damage to take him down before that TP comes out? They will be able to get the kill. That's the buyback there from Antahat as well. So a full 5-man wipe. And Gambit.
My goodness.
Oh. The positioning for that Sonic Wave was just point perfect there for Meljul, and it just means that they're going to be able to go into the Roche pit.
Just immaculate play from Meljul. I praised Hayes' Quap last game, but Meljul's right now maybe even better. My god, just no hesitation, jumping in and dealing like 3,000 damage to start the fight.
Yeah, and again, the Sonic Wave into the blink, so that 1.75 second silence, that means even after you're done being knocked back by the Queen of Pain Sonic Wave, you still have to wait to react to that, and only, I do believe Hayes in that fight had the BKB. Yeah, only Hayes has the BKB, so he was the only one that really could do anything after that blink in from the Queen of Pain, because they were all grouped up, they were all around this little tree, being filtered in, you know, that little kill box. So everybody got silenced up when the Queen of Pain blinked in. Really well positioned there from the Queen of Pain and just being able to react to that. I mean, really well done by the rest of Gambit as well. You know, sticking around the Roche pit, having the knowledge to stick around as 4 or 5 heroes.
Credit to Pantomam as well for breaking the smoke and having the ward there. But now he's gonna probably die, actually.
I don't know, 4-point Sunstrike. He's going to dodge it off. That Spidey sense was tingling. And now this might be the re-goosing in. Yeah, they're going to be able to go into Invoker once again. Then the strike comes out. Plasma Field and Invoker caught out. Not able to get that BKB up. He will be dead. 47 seconds without him now. Antahat TPs himself into danger. The X marks the spot back. Going to be an easy double kill there for Meljul. And
it tends to be a bad sign where your mid and carry together cannot kill the enemy position 5. That tends to be a bad sign.
Yeah. As Meljul's going to be able to find himself up at double damage rune. I mean, once again, what's the plan from V? Because they've give TA space to farm up this time. He's not really been contested. Only died the once in that last fight. Oh, speaking about dying, Lays, the charge is going to come out. Is the TP going to be there in time? It is not. That's going to be the double bash there as well. He does have that roar, but it's not looking like he's going to be able to throw it out as Lays gets killed off once again. So yeah, V, what's the game plan? Even if you have to lie to me just to give me hope, what's the play?
I mean, gathering up to try and push is no longer going to work because they cannot win 5-on-5 engagements anymore. So they need to drag this game out. They need to get like high levels on the Invoker with the Aghanims. Try to make some plays with Cataclysm while TA2K just free farms and gets to the 7th slot point.
Yeah, Luna going towards the Daedalus, which would be nice. I mean, has he used the BKB? He's used it once, so that's 8 seconds on the BKB. So the Daedalus and the Shard coming out. Okay, Pantomer's doing his best to just put the pressure onto this top lane to TA2K. It's going to be easy farm for him underneath the tier 2, but Gambit, even the Queen of Pain, just pushing out on this bottom lane, just putting the pressure onto this tier 1, doesn't even really need, has that double damage rune bottled, but doesn't really need to pop it just to do the damage onto this tier 2 tower. Because putting out, what's that, 175 right click damage before reduction, so this tier 2 is going to crumble. Arrow even gets caught out there.
And look at how much map control Gambit has right now. They have all the deep wards to know exactly where V Gaming is.
Yeah, there's going to be the charge in. They're going to be able to go onto tier 2K now as well. It does hit onto Lays. There's going to be the double damage rune from Melojule. Nightmare has been shifted off towards that Alpha Wolf, the blink in. It doesn't actually silence anyone up. The bullwhip comes out, but Melojule with that BKB, does he want to carry on going further? The charge onto the backlines, the rolls onto the Spirit Breaker. So he's not actually going to be connected. Fiend's Grip now as well. They might be able to get something out of this fight, but Lays is getting really darn low. Even with his Ancient Granite Golem, they get the kills. That's going to be 3 dead. Hayes has to BKB TP himself out of this Smiling Knight. Well, does he want to step up and hit this tier 2 tower? There is no creeps. They're going to be a little ways away. They're actually blocked up near the enemy tier 2, or the dire tier 2, with this creep wave being pushed in. So they did skip that creep wave out. But yeah, V once again. They took down the Spirit Breaker, but it's just another fight that goes the way of Gambit.
Yeah, it's looking so rough right now, and the Razor is so close to the net worth of the Luna, and the Razor is the position 3, mind you. And it's just a huge lead.
Actually went in for the Lincolns before the refreshes as well.
Yeah, he wants to make sure he doesn't get roared or gripped.
Yeah.
Because they know that if they get the link off onto the Luna, V Gaming has no chance in fights. Because the only way they win is if Luna can somehow just be uncontested for 10 seconds and right-click people down. So you don't need 2 BKBs, you just need to make sure that you get off 1 good link.
Yeah, okay. And Luna, it's going to be the Shard before the Daedalus. So, going to be able to sit back, throw the Lucent Beams out for the Glaive Bounce. But, like you say, Luna wants to be up, she wants to be right-clicking, she wants to be in the middle of these fights, doing as much damage as possible, and TA2K has just not been activated. He's not been allowed to do this in these fights.
Yeah, TA2K just hasn't been able to do anything in fights, but also hasn't been able to farm that well. Because, as I spoke about before, they just don't have the map control right now. Gambit has all of the deep vision, they have mobile heroes, and Lays, once again, could be in trouble here.
Yeah, the Invis Rune Lays, that's going to be a charge through. There's going to be the static link to try and steal that damage, but the roar, like you say, Lincoln Sphere gets used and that roar not going to be effective. Melojule gets another easy kill. It looks like the backlines, it's going to be at least the Kunkka getting caught out, and Kunkka will be killed off as that Silver Edge available. But do you want to try and chase here? Because it means it's going to be the blink in. Yeah, Sonic Wave gets committed now. Antahat is he going to be able to do any damage once again? It's going to be another save from the Lincoln Sphere. The backlines are even going to be able to catch out Hayes through that BKB. They do the damage. Arrow could be in a lot of trouble. Static Link to steal the damage, and Afterlife just wants to carry on going. E-Blade, this should be a dead, will be a dead Arrow. And Melojule
16-0. That is insane.
Do you stop this? How?
I have no idea. He's even gonna get himself a Lincoln Sphere now. Just to make sure he also doesn't get roared or gripped ever again.
Meanwhile, this is going on. the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. Now we're going to start to see those racks, you know, instantly be taken. It looks like if they do lose another fight here, V. Tier 2k, Lincoln Sphere gets broken. But it was just with the Enfeeble. There was no Fiend's Grip available. How's Sayu doing? Sayu, it is going to be the Ags. Got himself the booster. Even going to be able to chase down this this Granite Golem.
I've seen so many dead ancient creeps this game. I wish we had a stat for how much money Lace is given away.
Yeah, it's not been the best Beastmaster game. He is going to be going back for that BKB, but there's just so much damage that comes out. Even without the magic damage from the rest of the team, from Gambit, Laze is having a really hard time surviving through. In fact, if he gets caught out by the Spirit Breaker, there's a chance that he doesn't even get the BKB off. They're going to be able to dive onto TA2K. TA trying to get himself out with that Hurricane Pike. For the damage once again, Afterlife. Does he even want to chase up towards the tier 3s? It looks like he wants to dive onto this tier 2k. They'll be taking a lot of damage. The Terrorize not going to be on the line. The Roar does come out as it looks like the Lincoln's was broken. And Afterlife just pushes back down to the low ground. But you saw TA being left alone. Just Afterlife, like you said, that position 3, that offlane hero up against the position 1, lost 2/3 of its health. Meljul gets the kill onto the courier. Antaha gets taken down as well. Shadow Realm onto
Priorities.
Yeah.
The courier and also Antaha.
I mean, they're worth about the same, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
And Smiling Knight even nearly got the kill onto the Dark Willow with the cleave coming through from that Tidebringer.
Ooh, and Melusho actually has 2 Lincolns now. He has the 18-second spell block as well from the talents.
Yeah, and that's the Lincoln's completed. So this is... So that's going to be the Fiend. I mean, even if somebody tries to... Or I say somebody, even if Antaha tries to get the break with the Enfeeble or the Nightmare to start, you know, it's still going to be the... Like I say, the second Lincoln's the follow-up on that. It's so hard to engage on these heroes on the side of Gambit now.
Top tower is under attack.
It looks like they're waiting for Roche. Roche, the big man's going to be up in 50 seconds. And you can see the way Gambit are posturing. Yes, there's going to be the rotation down from Sayu, but Sayu's just going to be able to charge right back in if he needs to get himself into a fight. Again, that charge speed is ridiculous. And yet, top lane, tier 2 tower being pressured. And you can just see Gambit, like I say, sticking around. And then might be able to find out Afterlife. The BKB is going to be there. So that Sunstrike now going to be super effective. There's going to be the blink in. Meljul on the backline takes out Anton once again. And Afterlife wants to chase down his TA2K. TA2K going to be able to TP himself out. Or is he? He will be able to. Nothing to stop these TPs. Laze, though, could be caught out with a plasma field not connecting. But Meljul was that blink. He's going to be able to get in top. The Scream comes out as well as the Shadow Strike. And Laze, well, he's going to be the sacrifice. As Sayu gets the kill onto Arrow on the backlines there as well. Roche in 5 seconds. Yeah, Sayu wasn't even anywhere near this fight. He just gets the kill onto the Dark Willow. Dark Willow got him low, but Sayu, the big tanky boy with the point booster, was able to get the kill, and that gets him so close to finishing the axe now as well. Oh, Hayes, the cold snap comes through. Are they going to be able to do the damage? Blast Drake is going to be used, but it looks like Sayu will be finished off. Even in the base...
Nice fountain diving going on.
Yeah,
the
there's...
Bracer should be dead.
Still tier 3s up, but Gambit... They really want to get the kills. Roche is up.
I mean, they're just having some fun right now, I think.
Sure.
They know they're in a commanding position in this game, and they're like, we got this. Well, 1 game up, we can have some fun now.
I mean, 1 game up, and what's that? 19 kills as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, decent.
27k net worth lead. Knight's going to be pinging out the Ghost Walk as those icy steps do come out from him. So Hayes, how's he looking? He's 4, 5, and 6. That's a nice, comfortable number. I mean, you'd always want more. It's going to be the Axe to come through. The BKB, the Lincoln Sphere, is out. And he's trying to split push this one out. He's trying to do his best to just push this lane with the Boots of Travel. But again, does this really relieve the pressure from Gambit? Because, okay, Antaha, he can try and maybe find, with Afterlife being dead, that's some Lincolns off the board. if they can try and look for a fight, they're going to have the Luna back up in 5 seconds as well. So they are going to have the advantage. Oh, that's going to be an illusion.
They have to know, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're just going to let it go.
Generally, when your Nightmare brings an inch to like 2/3 HP, you have to guess that it's an illusion.
Again, just another free Roche. The Shard is already up for the Queen of Pain, so maybe the Kunkka could be seeing those tidal waves. As Sayo got, Sayo's already got a shard there as well.
Oh, nice steal.
Get the steal.
Radiant gets it. Beautiful.
Okay, so that's some gold at least. You know, you're able to take that away. The Witchbane comes out from Meljul up against the Invoker. What a neutral item to have.
Yeah, it's a shame that the rest of V Gaming is so dumb, mana-wise.
I'm glad you clarified mana-wise.
Don't want to give off the wrong impression.
So Kunkka has already got the basher up, so again, TPs with the BKB is not going to be as reliable now. Going straight towards the Abyssal Blade. In fact, does he have the recipe on the courier at all? Kunkka courier?
I can't find it. Where is it?
I don't know where it is. Is it dead? It's not dead.
Oh, it's all the way to the right. Yeah, it is on the career.
Ah, okay, okay. So he just needs that Vanguard now to complete up onto the Abyssal.
Step lively now. Your
Which,
admiral is on board.
if they come forward, Antahar and TA2K are technically alone. There's going to be the blink in. TA2K maybe trying to force out BKB. X-Marks comes out. He wasn't even right-clicked, and Antahar just takes so much damage from the cleave. The charge now as well. The Sonic Wave doing the damage. They blow up TA2K. And I think they've blown up V's chances of ever coming back into this game now as well. A 31k net worth lead, 35 to 13. Yeah, GG is just going to be called. V. They want the quick exit from this game. And
Well, that escalated quickly.
yeah, 38 minutes and 42 seconds it took Gambit to win this second game. V. We talked it, or you know, we said they had a better draft. What went wrong for them in this game? Because they even had some early game aggression coming out as well.
Ooh, it's quite hard to pinpoint for me because throughout the game they were behind like 2k, but that's to be expected when your lanes are not really favorable. But then at some point something happened and Melojoul just popped off, and suddenly V Gaming, they kept losing their cores. I think it was mostly the Beastmaster getting picked off a few times, which completely disrupted the momentum of V Gaming. Because without the Beast, you're not going to be able to make that cool push timing happen. Because he is kind of the centerpiece with his auras and his big creeps. So they just kept killing the Beast. As a result, V Gaming lost their map control as well because they didn't have the Hawk. So Luna couldn't farm as efficiently anymore, and it all just fell apart.
Okay, well, unfortunately for V, they weren't able to show the progress, the gameplay that they've made in other series before this. So they are going to be going 1-for-1 in the Division 2 Eastern European DPC region, which isn't bad. You know, it's not the best of starts, but it's not an awful start either. Gambit looking really strong, so looking forward to seeing how they play up for the rest of the series. It is just going to be the one series today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. There's going to be more Division 1 coming up on BTS on the main channel, and you can swap over, look towards that. And T-Panda as well as Hurry Freak will be on the Division 2 games tomorrow before we're back on Sunday for the one series of the day. But thank you for tuning in. Wingblade, as always, it has been a pleasure. Thank you for joining me in this series. And we'll see you guys on Sunday. We'll see you then.